Hey everyone, it's Aaron from Michigan Ambrose Outdoors. So it's your guys' lucky week. We're doing two videos this week to make up for the lack of a video last week. Things just got really busy with work and whatnot, so I figured I'd do two this week. But in the second video, I just want to kind of go over a new mounting system that I got for my European skulls. As you can see them behind me, they look really nice, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So in the past, if you guys have watched some of the videos, I've had them laid out on the bench here. I didn't really know what to do with them. I've even paid for someone to make a plaque, a very nice piece of wood actually, cherry oak, and lacquer it and mount it to this, but I wasn't too big on having it lay flat on the wall and then hanging it. I felt like it kind of took away from some of the skull, so I wanted something that gave it a little bit of a degree of angle, so it kind of on the wall almost made it seem like it was looking at you. So what I decided to go with was the skull hooker. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the glare. Yeah, so I went with the skull hooker. This was the small mount. They actually have two. This is a three-piece system. It has 12 different angle points. When you mount it, this is fully adjustable here, and then this will swivel from left to right. What I really like about this skull mount is A, it was inexpensive. It was only like 30 bucks, and B, it doesn't require any drilling on the skull. When you mount it to a piece of wood, typically you got to drill a hole in the back of the skull to be able to put a bolt through and securely mount it to a piece of wood. It's not that big of a deal, but I would prefer not to, because I mean there's some risk behind that. You could crack the skull if you're not very careful. I decided when making the purchase I wanted to go with the brown one versus the black one. I mean, again, that's personal preference. The reason why I went with the small one is because the small one's obviously designed for deer. It's also warthog, pronghorn, black bear, impala, any small to medium sized game animal. This mount will work for. So they do offer one that's called the big hooker right here, and that's designed for big game animals such as elk and moose. So very cool product. Now I'm going to kind of just show you guys how it hooks up to the wall. Basically it comes with two screws. You got two screws, a mounting plate, a swivel plate, and then the angle mount. And right now I'm going to pull one of these off and show you guys how it mounts and how you hook it up. So I just took it off the base plate. The base plate's still on the wall. So again, here's your angle plate. Here's the spot that actually slides into the back of the skull. Again, this is you can angle this in 12 different positions. This is powder coated steel, so it's pretty sturdy. But basically, there's that hole in the back of the skull, and this just slides right in there and holds that skull very nicely. So again, this was a quick, easy, cheap design without having to make any modifications to the skull, and it hangs very nicely. So I can go ahead and put this guy back up here. And it goes back up that easily. I got this off of Amazon. I'll make sure that I include the link in the bottom if you guys are looking for a cheap way to hang a European mount. This is definitely a good option to consider. There's tons of pictures on the Amazon site on how people have done this inside their house or in other rooms. Of course, I'm in my garage, but I wanted to hang these just to have a sweet background for when I do my videos for the YouTube channel. Before I had just a cabinet with some pictures on it. It wasn't very cool, it wasn't very ideal, and I just had the skulls laying on the bench. So now you can kind of see that a little nicer display. I got the turkey that I got from 2 years ago. This deer right here was actually one that my buddy took in 2013. I actually did a European mount restoration on that. If you guys haven't checked that one out, I would recommend doing that. This was the first buck I ever killed. It's a small 4-point. It looks kind of pitiful up to these other guys, but still, you got to keep that for memories. This one I took in 2014. He was a monster 6, and then this is the one that I just took this last year, and in 2016 was an 8-point. I took him with my crossbow, my Horton RXD Storm, which is a great crossbow if you guys are looking for one. That deer didn't last very long. So, you know, again, quick mounting system for European mounts. I like doing European mounts. You know, for me, I haven't killed a deer yet that was probably worth the money to do a full shoulder mount. If I could have, I would have done it on this guy just due to the size of this deer. But at the time I was in college and I was kind of broke, so I went with the European mount. But I do like how they look. I like how this mounts them, and I think it looks pretty cool. So hopefully, I got 2 more spots open for the next 2. Hopefully this year I'll be able to fill those. But again, this is the Skull Hooker. It's the small bronze, fully adjustable, powder coated steel. And again, I'll include the link to Amazon in the description. So go check it out. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Let me know if there's anything that we can do to improve on the videos, or if there's anything that you guys would like to see, and we'll try to meet those expectations. So thanks for watching, and we greatly appreciate the support.